have some different visual stimulus going on? Can you have different call to actions to get people to comment and get people to follow? And then you post all of these videos, so it'll be about another 25. After you've done this, you'll know what topics people want to listen to you talking about, which get more views. You'll know which concepts people want to see you delivering these topics in, which will get more views. You'll know which kind of hooks work for you, which will get more views. And you'll know which kind of call to actions will get you more comments and get you more followers. Can you see how if you took this structured, experimental approach, you can almost guarantee yourself 10,000 followers? If none of that works, then there are fundamental problems with the video quality. So please make sure the camera's not grainy. Please make sure you're not umming and ahhing and have long silences. Please make sure your text on screen doesn't go off screen. And please make sure your audio doesn't sound like you're underwater. Now, if you want to get to 10,000 followers and be like people like Susan, who went from an average of 250 views per video to 5,000 views and above, and is gaining tens of thousands of followers each month, as well as people like Layla, who's doing the exact same, people like Diona, who's getting in between 1,000 and 10,000 each month, people like Laura, who's almost matching her income with TikTok Shop and getting invited to TikTok Shop events, then consider our TikTok Growth Academy, where within a few months, we're helping creators completely change their content and start getting consistently high views, consistently higher followers, and more revenue through TikTok, all through taking our years and years of experience on TikTok, figuring out what works the hard way, and putting it in a digestible format for you to learn, as well as providing a community where we have weekly webinars with TikTok coaches. We have one-on-one support with TikTok coaches so you can get tailored advice to your account specifically. And our growth games, where we are giving out cash prizes each month to the people who grow the most. And we're reinvesting a large portion of what we get from the academy to keep growing this competition. So if you want to start seeing results on TikTok and taking it seriously, then just click the link in our bio to learn more about our academy. TikTok are starting to expose what they use to determine whether a video is going to go viral or not, which is good because a lot of us on here have seen changes in our views over the last few months with all the algorithm updates. So I'm going to explain what the crack is now. So make sure you save this so you can come back to it later, and drop us a follow for TikTok growth content, where I'm sharing how I grew this account alone to over 130,000 followers in a few months, and how I'm helping others do the same. Now, TikTok are exposing what they're looking at through their meetings with their agency partners. If you hadn't heard of this, if you're kind of working on the TikTok platform in some form of professional sense, you get assigned an account manager and you get to speak to people at TikTok. And periodically, these people get the green light to share some things about the algorithm. They've been talking about how they're now ranking videos. This does explain how videos are getting more views, but I think it's important to note here why they've changed up this language. TikTok is now trying to become the best search engine they could possibly be. Think of it like Google, but with videos. They're more bothered about making the right videos rank highly if you search something on TikTok compared to just making videos go viral. They're trying to use how well something ranks to make it go viral rather than having a viral video rank highly, if that makes sense. TikTok doesn't care how many followers you have anymore. All they're bothered about is that you're making the best video for a specific topic that someone might search. Now, that clarification aside, TikTok have told us the metrics that we have to be optimizing for if we want to rank higher and therefore go viral more often. And it boils down to two things: watch time and shareability. The big difference here is that watch time just used to mean retention rate and average duration of watch. But now TikTok are exposing that they're specifically looking at completion rate. This means it's no longer good enough to have a video with a good hook. It's no longer good enough to have a video that keeps people entertained for 80% of the video. Your video has to keep people around to the end. They have to finish it, and if they rewatch it, that is the most powerful signal that they're looking out for when they're trying to determine if a video will go viral or not. So completion rate is the most important thing, and as pretty much it always has been, shareability is the second. Likes mean niche, comments are meaning less and less. You need to get people to finish watching your video all the way through, and you need to find a way to get people to share. Now, there are a couple of ways that we've seen after analyzing hundreds of accounts that increase the completion rate of a video. So if you want me to get a video out talking about that specifically, just comment completion rate, and enough people do so, I'll get that out next week. And even with all these changes of how TikTok is analyzing content, you can still grow. You can grow significantly. Like people like Susan, Layla, and Diona here, who are getting tens of thousands of followers a month whilst being in our TikTok Academy, because they're learning the fundamentals of how TikTok analyzes content and how to create content that your audience is looking for and your audience will engage with, because that's how you grow on TikTok. So if you want to see results like these, just click the link in our bio to learn more, and we'll see you over there. Posted 1 to 2 times a day on TikTok, every day for about 5 months, and here are the results. Over 17 million views and over 120,000 followers gained. I'm going to break down how I did this so that you can do it too. And this isn't just an approach that works for us. We're teaching hundreds of people how to do this, and we have Academy members growing their accounts by tens of thousands of followers each month and actually making an impact on TikTok. So this stuff is tried and tested. So make sure you've saved this so you can come back to it later and you don't forget any of the elements, and follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now I'm going to rattle through it all pretty quickly because it's quite a bit to go through. So if you want me to expand on any of the points that I include in here, just comment down below and let me know, and I'll get following videos out explaining them in detail. So the first point, if you want to grow quickly on TikTok, is that you have to have a target audience. So you need a target audience for 2 reasons. The first one is content. If you have a target audience, it's really easy to make a content strategy because your entire content strategy is turning up and being helpful and valuable and useful to those people every single day. Answering questions, solving problems, tackling pain points and frustrations, being relatable and understanding their story and their journey, and creating content around that. But the second reason is for monetization purposes. If you're trying to sell digital products, sell services, grow a business, or even earn money through your views, you need to be tailoring your products and content around a specific group of people who will actually buy. If you do this and you create all of your videos on your account targeting these people, you are much more likely to generate conversions. And make sure your products help these people, because you can help people in your videos and then you can help people with your products. And that's how you actually make a positive impact on TikTok. And the target audience is important. The content strategy is making sure you're creating content for that target audience. And now I want to discuss purposeful scrolling, which is where you immerse yourself in the niche that you're going to create content in by searching popular keywords and going through the content. And this allows you to keep your ears to the ground on what videos are doing well, what new hooks there are, what new formats there are that people are liking. And it lets you go into the comment sections and see what your target audience is asking. It helps you become a better content creator because you know week on week, month on month, exactly what your target audience wants to see. Now, the next point, if you want to grow quickly on TikTok, is that you have to experiment. If somebody else creates a viral video on your niche and you replicate it, the likelihood of it doing well is actually pretty low. And that's usually because videos go viral because of some aspect that specific person is bringing to the table, whether that be the way they're delivering things, their tone of voice, their personality. So use popular topics that your target audience is looking after as the foundation of your content strategy. But you need to experiment with how you're delivering it, what background you're using, your storytelling, your hooks, and tailor it to your personality and your style. The more you experiment early on, the quicker you find something that works for you, which allows you to get more consistently high views and build those followers and monetize properly. Now, the next point is TikTok SEO. If you want to grow quickly on TikTok, you need TikTok to understand what your content is about, so it puts you in front of the right people. And again, if it's the right content and you're getting put in front of your target audience and it's useful enough, this is where they engage with it, and it's that engagement which pushes it out further so you can grow quicker. TikTok SEO is a must, but you have to understand what TikTok is understanding about your category already. So when I spoke about purposeful scrolling, use that time to click on people's videos, look at the search bar at the top, and see what TikTok's categorizing them as. Then you can target your videos to the same category because you already know that TikTok understands that category. That's a tough one to explain, and consistent categorization is one of the most powerful things on TikTok. So comment part 2 if you want a video specifically on that. Now, the next thing, I'm going to throw 3 in 1, and it's all about